Yo, what is up, guys? It's Bankrupt Dope back again with another video. And today we are back with some Zenless Zone Zero. And today we are going to do a good old Should You Summon video. Now, Yuan is about to come out in about 3 days, and this is just a video talking about if you should pull her. Now, I feel like in this game it's just so much easier than the rest, right? Like, obviously, there's the meta picks and everything, but like Zenless Zone Zero just unfortunately, even though it's the most combative game that Melio has, and in the same vein, it seems to be the easiest game they have because I'm not locked behind any like, gimmicky, just like turn based. Like turn based is just harder because of the format, while open is a little bit easier to play. Now, obviously, your skill is purely locked behind relics. That is the skill of the game. Everything else is code. People will talk about, oh, you can do this to maximize your damage. You got this support to maximize. It's not needed. You don't need it. You have good crit rate, good crit damage on your attack characters, and you can probably clear everything in the game. It's just the truth of the matter about the way these games work. Yes, you want to have a support built up, and yes, you want to have some stunners built up so you can get the stun gauge, but like, if you don't have the fundamental crit rate and crit damage, you're not doing anything anyway. You get what I'm saying? Like we could talk about all these other beautiful things that can make your damage go crazy, but if you don't have crit rate and crit damage, you're not doing any damage. So at the end of the day, that's what most of these DPS are going to boil down to: is what's your crit rate, crit damage set up on them. If that is bad, your character isn't performing. So this is the easiest should you summon to date, right? Since it's another DPS character. I feel like the only time where these will start really getting difficult are when we get to support and tanks, depending on how the game ends up scaling, how they end up how they end up building out the rest of this game. But for now, with the easiness of the game, you just want big damage, right? You just want things to die fast, right? There's two ways to go about this. If you want things to die fast and you do not care about the way the character actually plays, go ahead and get you a Julian. Go copy one, right? Because she's going to do the damage. I have some gameplay going on in the background right now, and you're going to be able to see the damage. And this is with bad stats. You can see the stats right there that the game provided. It doesn't have high crit rate, it doesn't have high crit damage. You boost it up, this damage goes up. And if you're just here to play this game purely for the sake of you want to complete the game, you want to beat everything, and you're just out here to prove that you're the best Zone Zone player ever, go ahead and copy your GUN and do your damage, right? That's one way to view it. The other way is, do you like the character? Because I really do think that this game is easier than the rest. So I think that you can build, I think it's true for all their games that your relics are going to determine whether or not you beat the game, not your skill. To some degree, your skill, but mostly your relics. So if you have a good set of relics for your character with high crit rate, high crit damage, and yes, I know other things are important, but truthfully, to do any meaningful damage, you need those two things. Unless the character is specifically built for something else. While this character is built in an attack slot, you're going for attack, which means you need crit rate and crit damage. Those lines. Now, if you're not one that just wants big damage, big numbers, and you actually care about the way your character plays and how they look, if you don't like guns, then don't get this character. It's so simple. Bankrupt, I do not like the way the guns feel in this game. I just don't. It seems so boring. The game is already lacking in some of the parts. And this character, in my opinion, is the laziest character I've played in a Genshin game or an Emilio game. It's literally tap square till bullets fill up, then hold square. Tap square till things fill up, hold square. That's literally all. It is quite literally brain dead. This might be the easiest character to pick up. So like I'm saying, if you want pure damage, you want to turn your brain off. Now, let's be honest, nothing in this game requires intense brain activity, but like, come on. This character is even easier if you ask me personally. Like, it's quite literally, you fill up a little bullet and then you hold the button down and do big damage. That's all you have to do. The moment you get your relax right, it becomes a game of that. Dodge, damage. Like, there is no big combos that you have to do in this game, truly. It just isn't. We can make them. It exists, but it's not needed. It's just not needed. And so, there's your answer. If you don't like gun characters, then stay away from this character. If you don't like the way the gun character, if you don't like Billy, right? If you don't like the one girl with the dolls, If you don't like the other girl with the gun, one of those agents, is not soldier level, but the other one with the gun. If you don't like that character, and you don't like the way they play, even as an S character, then don't get this character. If you do like this character, and or you just want big damage numbers, then get this character. It's real simple. You can look at the stats and all that all day, but at the end of the day, most of your stats and your actual performance will depend on your relics. And you know what you have in your box. And if you can utilize this character to the best of his abilities, then go ahead and build the character. That's it. I'm not really gonna say anymore. There's not much to say. I'm gonna let the rest of this clip rock out. I think it's very easy should you summon. If you like the character, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Because there's gonna be more DPSs. If you want the immediate clearance of the game now without difficulty, then yes, you're gonna have to pick the character up. If you are lacking in the S rank department and you don't have Ellen, you're gonna have to pull this character. Unless you are fine with the struggle of having to get perfect relics to actually do damage and beat stuff within time. But that's all for you to figure out. But short video. Thanks for watching if you watched. Drop a like on it if you liked it. Comment something down below. Stop being out already. Catch you guys next. Peace. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Code again.